Alright, this is a pretty tough opponent. Um, Pretty crappy packs here, gotta say. I have no idea which one to go for here. They all kind of suck. At least we get the at least we get this the storms here. So all right, so he's got saber tooths. We obviously go for crawler. The only thing is, we're not really good at playing saber tooth games, so I don't know. Why don't we move it like this so the hounds don't push the storms up too much? Plus, we have room for the fang. So I guess we can get into a saber mirror, and we'd be pretty happy to, I guess. Like the only thing I think you want the sabers for is the anti-missile, because if it's only 100 for anti-missile, it's kind of like a good value. Um, okay, completely useless tower, but same for him. All right, it's kind of close. Yep, these crawlers deserve a level. Phantom Ray. How good are Phantom Rays into... I kind of like the Fang here. But if he goes for a Wraith, we're kind of screwed. All right, let's go for the Fang, and we'll just go for Phoenix, I guess. The only problem is that this Fang isn't doing anything. So that's the only problem. If he goes for a Wraith, we're kind of screwed. So I wonder if that means we need to go for Marksman or something, but I really want to go for Phoenix. I didn't think that through, actually. Now I wish I went for, like, the Wraith. Oh boy, that was a mistake. There's no way this is killing a Wraith, right? We could try Marksman. We know that the Wraith is probably... I mean, we could set it up symmetrically for now, but we know it's probably going to be on this side here. Maybe we do it like this. And maybe just a level on the tower. Okay, so it's actually the Phantom Ray. This makes the Fang a really good choice. Fangs are... Level 2 Fang can actually chaff clear halfway decent. I don't know if they're as good as a level 1 Arclight, but they're kind of close, I think. They're not so far away from it. It's interesting that we're actually playing Marksman. We never play Marksman. But I find it's actually super strong. Like, the only downside is that it can burn. But besides that, it's super good. Oh, he's Fire Badger spec? Okay. So he wants to go oil now, I think. No oil, interesting. Shield airdrop. Kind of useless since he's got the sabers, but laser sight, portable shield. You put a laser sight on a saber tooth? Don't think so. I mean, heavy armor could be good, but it's only, I guess for 100, we could just try it. Just kind of make it our front line here. We could always go for anti-missile if he goes for more Phantom Race. What do we need? We need some chaff. We need chaff clear, right? That's our problem. We don't have the best chaff clear, but we're stuck with hounds. We kind of need a chaff clear using hounds. Interestingly, the fangs did more in terms of chaff clear. Could have just oil him and hope that he goes for fire. It's kind of awkward here. Kind of feel like clicking range is not that good. Let's go for a single Phoenix, I guess. Maybe we need to missile something. I don't know. Okay. Fire Badger in the flank, but maybe the crawler will mostly take care of it for now. But this chaff pull is not good. Now we basically have no chaff coming in. At least we got the dog for the chaff clear, but still. We're doing surprisingly alright here. Because our tower is level 2. What happened there? Okay, that was the Saber. But yeah, all things considered, that was a lot better than you could expect, to be frank. It's crazy how good that tower level is early on. So it looks like he wants to play Sabers. Skip here. Yeah, he's gonna click anti-missile now. You'd imagine pretty soon. So no more of these guys. But Phoenixes, yeah, definitely Phoenixes. We also need chaff clear though. I think we're stuck with this as our chaff clear. Do we need to missile this? I think we need the beacon actually. I think we just only beacon this thing over. Okay. It's to be expected. His pull there. I thought this wasn't gonna go over. It's not the greatest, but our Saber's not doing anything. It's tanking a couple shots, but it's not really doing that much. We might need to go for another level now. See? Yeah, that one shot is devastating. Now now the Mustangs are gonna clean up. Okay, so he's got anti-missile, right? Nope. He's got ranged Mustang, okay. Alright. That was mostly because of the pull, I think. We'll go for redeploy, I think. Redeploy is interesting. Probably need to redeploy this away to here. Let's continue to beacon this over. Upgrade our chaff clear. And what's our answer to the level 2 Mustangs? I guess it's our own Mustang. Because well, what else are we really gonna go for? Let's go for another level in the tower. Couple Mustangs. We're not that worried, I guess, about these Mustangs. I hope this isn't stupid. But I'm just hoping that we're going to be able to clean this up. He goes range. Okay, so that's not good to see. That's not good to see. All right, so hopefully we just go for the factory next round. Yeah, these Mustangs just melted for free. Set them on fire next round with an oil. Gets another level. That's not good. This is why we need to play factory. Okay, we get the card. We're gonna insta pick it. And I think we go here first because he's a little bit weaker here. What do we sell out of? We need to start selling. Okay, let's redeploy this guy maybe over here. Okay, we already have this, so we'll just go in from here. I think this is a nice angle. We have a pretty good, we can kill all this stuff instantly. Now, do we go for, what do we, let's sell out of something. This is actually doing so much. Maybe we don't sell out of this. Let's go for a distraction maybe. Distract some of his chaff. All right. Hope for the best here. Wait, does this missile hit it? It doesn't, but it's very close. Okay. This is how we come back, boys. This is how we come back. We get the perfect card as well, and he's really not expecting it. I guess he has Ignite, so that's kind of dangerous. All right. Let's see. Boom, boom, boom. Everything's dead. Some of the chaff gets out of the way. It's even better. We're gonna need to get to his tower so pretty soon. We don't want to lose everything. Missile goes off at the wrong... Yeah, we didn't want this missile to go off here. Okay. At least he doesn't have any air units. We should be able to clean up the ground. But this is not looking great. Like, I was hoping for a much more dominant performance. It's not that dominant here. So this war factory is kind of Chad. We can't really put it here. He puts a melter behind, we're kind of screwed. Now he's going to go Scorpion with acid. We know that, right? Because that's what... but we're going to need to go Scorpion too. Because we need to kill kind of his stuff. And I don't know. I wonder what we do here. So we need to click Photon for sure, right? think about this here. I don't necessarily want this on the front line. Kind of want it a little bit further behind. A little bit spread out. I wonder if we just upgrade this and move it like here. I know it's suicide, but like maybe, just maybe this can work. Because he's not expecting us to do this, right? That's the only way we can get away with. That's how we're hoping to get away with this. Okay, Scorps. No acid, interestingly. He's got the Abyss here, though. The Abyss is even more scary, however. There is no factory here anymore because we have redeploy. And he can see that from our tech thing, so he really needs another Abyss here. I'm sure he's got room for it. Did we get missiled? Oh, no, we missile him. The fire is so devastating because we just don't have range. So really the only thing that's doing anything is the factory, of course. I guess we have the yeah, we need to not lose our phoenixes. Okay, so it's one phoenix against everything. It is level 2. And they... Oh, no. Damn. That was not good. Yeah, he goes level 2. Okay, okay. Doesn't mean we can't come back here, but... Let's skip. We need to click range, I think, on this. Okay, let's slow down a second here. Let's figure out this play first. Get a level, obviously, at least one level. Is this doing anything? Scorpions are doing a little. I feel like we need to burn him here. Let's go Phantom Rays and burn. No. We need something that can kill his Abyss, right? What is that going to be? Just Phoenixes, I think. We also need stuff that can burn him. Let's go for the oil first. I think we go oil first on this side or on this side. He's got slightly more stuff on this side. Right? He's got a lot of stuff here, actually. It's hard to say. He's got... Yeah, I think we burn from here. And we'll reposition this guy, like, here. Get a slightly different angle. And we'll just go, like, here and here. Okay? I want to get a single chaff here, just for the Abyss, maybe. No, I don't want to do that. I think we just need to save more for the Phoenix. Let's upgrade the Phoenixes. Okay. We're just stuck with this. We knew that there was going to be an Abyss here. Vertical sweep was not what I expected, though. Oh, that vertical sweep is painful. It's kind of surprisingly close for some reason. I mean, it's not close, but he only basically only wins by the Abyss, and he doesn't have efficient maintenance either. We have to go for this. I don't think we can kill the Abyss, though, but still. It's worth going for. And we'll just move this guy over here, just so we could burn his stuff. Alright, so we have the Abysses. We're gonna get another level in the tower, I think. Let's upgrade some things, maybe. Do we ever go? Okay, we just need a bit. We just need range on this. I'm thinking now what? Now what? Do we just go for more Phoenix? There's no way that's the right play, is it? Kind of feels it feels crazy. We're just building like mass Phoenix. It really doesn't make sense. Can we sell out of something here? Let's just upgrade this maybe. All right. All right. Our beam. His beam is not the greatest beam, I think. Okay. We're focusing him, but he's still got so much HP left. How many Mustangs? Okay, still has a few Mustangs left. All it takes is a few Mustangs. We need charge shot ASAP. I think we just lose here. Kind of feel like the charge shot really was the reason why we lost that. All right, let's take a look at that. Let's go for the ion beam. We'll redeploy this guy. We'll sell something. But the most important thing, I think, is range and charge shot. Okay. Could consider a level in the tower. Could level this up. Could level this up. Probably don't need actually more phoenixes. More chaff would actually be nice. Just to act as potential distractions. I really just want to distract this. And I guess we don't go for the we won't go for the level in the tower. I mean on the factory. All right, let's see if this does anything. It's a really nice pull, actually. And this is also a really nice pull. We actually might even get to the tower here. Now I wish I leveled up the tower a little bit. Okay, wait a second. That's huge. That's huge. So our ion beam didn't do anything as a result of that, but it was actually just a pull. So we don't win, but it's just a show, I think. 1900. 19. How much does he have? I think he has a little more than 2. Yeah, so we don't win from this. But still, I think that's a good example of what we should have done. On this round, let's also replay this. So we need the range and charge shot. Unfortunately, that kind of leaves our options a little limited, but we can always sell something. We should have been selling out of these things a while ago for sure. And we'll reposition this somewhere. Like, maybe we'll go from here, and then we'll throw down some more chaff. Because obviously the distractions are working very well. We can go for another Phoenix now. Obviously the tower level is concerning, but we might be okay here. And we're not oiling him, which is not good. It would be nice to oil him as well. So, I don't know. Okay, so this actually didn't pull him. Looks like we're getting to the tower here. All right, so that's how we deal with these big heads, these abysses. Good. And this could have been pulled a little bit better. I feel like if this was a little bit lower, it would have even went even a little bit better here. And you probably don't need more than level 2. I mean, if you just keep going up levels, it's not really doing that much. So here we lose again. And I think this was the beginning of our mistake. We didn't really want any of this. So really, we just wanted to probably just sell it. And the sledge actually makes a really good distraction. So if we were able to like put it here or something, or here, let's say. You know, we could reposition it here, right? We can level this up and go for the beacon again. All right, let's think about this. So overload is probably a good option to have. The chaff isn't going to be the most amazing kind of. Can't really go for much chaff because of our situation. He's got the fire badger already, but an oil would be interesting. Just let him burn himself. And I don't know. Do we missile something of his? It's kind of like a juicy target around here somewhere. Okay, so that missile didn't do anything. So this sledge isn't actually that amazing. So no money for any range on the Phoenix. Our Mustangs do not have any range currently either. You know, I'm thinking like the better play might have been just to keep it. You know, at this, just move it here because number one, he already knows that he's gonna put the abyss here, right? Yeah, this was kind of disappointing because we really had the opportunity to win this. We had the redeploy. You know, we have the tank, which is kind of good. Imagine, you know, this is really good here. Go for this. If anything, just go for a level in the tower. If he wants to burn us, like I think it's a really smart idea just to use the oil right here. You know, he's gonna burn like most everything of his. Okay. We just don't have much money for anything else. It's kind of disappointing. We probably don't need, we don't care about the missile, I think. Probably no point. Maybe just missile here. Maybe go for like the defense upgrade. We could also missile here and here as well. Let's just go for the defense upgrade. We're going to waste 2 deployments. So the mistake was the Scorpion. You never trust in the Scorpion. The problem here is we get stuck in our own oil. I was expecting to, have this oil burn, of course. So we'll see how this plays out. And we still killed everything on this side. Doesn't look like it's going to turn out very well because of the oil. All right, so maybe the oil is not going to work because we just kill everything too quick. Oops, we don't want this. No, no, no. Maybe this is a better angle if we want the oil to burn. I feel like there is some value in just burning everything. So we can go for a level in the tower. We can go for chaff, distraction chaff. I don't know if that's going to be any good, but we could just throw random stuff in the, in the flank. And we need range actually. All right, let's see what happens. Okay. Fire goes down. Doesn't do that much because all his units, they're already like, they're not necessarily moving that much. It kind of looks really good now, all of a sudden. All right, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. You use the oil, although the oil actually didn't do anything, but it's a nice angle here. The flanks are very important. It's very important to keep flanking the opponent. 1800 damage is crazy compared to how we did originally. Very disappointed in our play here. We could have played this so much better. And the first factory round, the first factory round we did 500. That was kind of bad, and that's because he just destroyed us here. Right? Why were we so scared to go face to face? Okay, so it's not this round. It's the previous round. So I think that the mistake started from here. It probably should have just went, should have went to just say, hey, we're not scared of you. We're not going to snipe your factory. We're just going to snipe your army. Right? That was what we should have done. And we needed to sell some stuff that we didn't need. Like this saber tooth is just completely useless. So HE is a good technology. We probably want armor. The fire could actually be useful already. You could say the fire could be useful, but he doesn't. He only has 2 chaff here. Probably range here, or we could go for attack. What is his damage? 58k, and this is 29k. So you can make an argument for the damage, but it's probably better to just go for range or some missiles. So that I'm not sure about. Maybe we, maybe this needs to get redeployed, like here. Hard to say. Like it could get. I don't think this is exactly the problem here. Could just go for missiles. We already have the beacon. Let's beacon it in. I feel like missiles are kind of safe here. Like we need to just kind of kill some of his chaff, just to soften him up a little bit. And we could just move this over here. I mean, I don't know how good this is for the future round, but okay, the factory dies instantly, so maybe that wasn't such a good idea. Maybe, okay. Yeah, so that's why we put it here, but I think we went for improve factory, so I think the mistake was, wait, did we even click improve factory there? We did. So maybe we just go from here, because then we can still tank some of his army. We can't tank his sabers, but we can tank, like a small portion of his army. And I'm not quite sure what to really redeploy. You could just go for the missiles just for the chaff. Yeah, the level 2 Sabretooth is no joke. We're having a hard time because of that. It's also taking way too many shots to kill. But finally, we managed to get through. And here you could see that the factory is actually, it's tanking, like, you want to use the factory's HP as a resource. So it's actually tanking, a lot. And that's what you want the factory to do. Before, the factory wasn't tanking enough. And as a result, we kind of got worked. So this is way more damage. This is 1600 compared to, we did like, you did 500, right? So it's way more. And again, the reason is when we come here, we tank nothing. When we go here, we actually tank like this part and this part. And that's the, and because it tanks it, it kills it. When we go here, this everything here just moves forward, and then it still kills everything because the tower timing isn't that good. We don't really have anything behind. So that's the logic. If you put it here, then it dies instantly because there's too much to tank. If you put it here, this moves forward, kills everything because it tanks too little. But right here is the perfect spot because it tanks like 2/3 of the army against the tower, and then the other third just dies from our remaining forces. So it's not as easy as just putting down the factory. You got to think things through. And we kind of made it. We were a little bit too conservative here, and that ended up costing us. So hopefully this was some nice tips here, because even against Abyss, you can win.